Hey there, for the chickens in those cardboard boxes in the back of my car, hopefully this will be their last experience of life as a livestock animal, as you know, something that's just kept in a box and having to shit out an egg every day unless you get egg bound and die or stop producing and die. So with little luck, these guys are on the path to a pleasant retirement where they can learn to be chickens, because they won't really know what they're doing for the first little bit. Two of my chickens died overnight. My previous pack of chickens, flock of chickens, they're all old, so some of them were up to probably 6 years old now, and they just generally start to die of old age related issues. Sometimes they do just wander off as well, I let them free range pretty well. And every now and then they breach a fence or scratch their way under something or whatever, but generally speaking, I like to think that they get to have, for the 4 years of probably abject misery they've lived in, the last couple can usually be a little bit nicer at my house. So we'll get them home. I'm just waiting for the ferry to get here to get me back over the river, and then we will get them settled. Morning two. Chickens had a night inside together. I had to the new ones didn't know what to do, they didn't know to go to sleep and go into the house once the sun went down. So they were one was asleep next to that rose, one was asleep around the side on top of some pavers. A couple of them were still out frolicking around at 8:30 at night, which is way later, so see how they're going. Hello, good morning. Good morning. A bit bolder than yesterday. Hey. It's one of the original chickens. Just keeping them all in this little bit for now. It's just a yard about that size. Just so they can get used to it, and then that opens up eventually and they can range out into the rest of the chicken yard. They really do keep weeds down. my veggie garden here, this one's not taken off just yet, but you know, just chicken wire around that, and they don't do it too much damage. They'll peck off a bit of the tomato plants off or whatever, but all good. Alrighty, so it's getting towards what I would say is night time. Yesterday, a couple of them had no idea what they were doing. Looks like I've just got one straggler. The rest of them might have put themselves to bed. Yep, two stragglers. Oh, little bird. Ooh. That's not where you shit an egg. You shit an egg inside, mate. Here, come on. There you go. Go on. Yep, in you go. Stay there. Let's go get your dime, mate. Oh, you're not sleeping there tonight. No. Silly. Come on. Come on, Mrs. Chicken. This is just normal life. You'll figure it out. I promise. I promise you'll figure it out. Alrighty. The second dumbest animals in the house are in bed. Now it's time for the dumbest animals in the house. Hilda, it's bedtime. One full moon tonight. Alrighty, day 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one dum-dum that's going to be sleeping outside. Just tell. Come on. You're sleeping inside. Come on, chicken. Inside. Inside. Sleep inside. Where you're safe. Safe from the foxes. Yes. There you go. You sleep up there, hey? That's good. Alrighty, so it's been about 5 days and they've been in their little nook for the whole time. I think they're about ready to have a bit more of a broadening of their yard. So I reckon I've made sure the gate over there has bricks and stuff underneath it so they can't sneak under, because they really do. They're really curious chickens, like they'll poke and dig and get under stuff. So pretty sure I've got it all sealed off. There's Hilda there. What are you doing, Hilda? What was that? And they can't get into the dog yard either. The dogs wouldn't kill them on purpose, but they would play with them so hard that they would probably die. So yeah, I'll see how we go. Hello. Come on then. Any of my crops that I don't want eaten by chickens are all fenced off. So potatoes you don't really want chickens eating anyway because they're nightshades, they're poisonous. But everything else they can just keep the weeds down. It's good. That cherry tree will be fine. That's Ada's grave there. That cherry tree will be okay. That's Cedric's cherry tree. It's going well. Also planting these upside down office chairs. They're coming along nicely. Yeah, it is a fine crop this year. I don't even know why there would be a chair out here. I was probably doing a video with it at some point. It's the best thing about rural blocks. If you put something down, in 15 years time it'll be exactly where you left it. the OG chickens, they get more orange and less red as they stay here longer. It must be what I feed them must change their colour ever so slightly. What do you reckon, Hilda? Is that a friend of chicken? Hmm? Look, they've all got the battery neck, the new chickens, just from rubbing up against where they reach out to feed in the factory farming type places. Well, these are a very comfortable bunch of chickens. I've had them from the same place before and they're really timid. They're very bold, these new chickens. Carrying on as if they're confined to a tiny space. They've got about a half an acre to run around in there. But it's because I'm on this side, isn't it, mate? Hey? Yes. This dog is not even a year old and he's got all this grey hair coming through. What is wrong with you? Hmm? So without making too much of it, getting these chickens from a factory farm especially, there are really no losers here. Like, they get to live for another 2 or 3 years. They would have been killed because they stopped laying eggs or slowed down their egg laying. And you know, what do you get for it? You get probably an egg a day for the first little bit at least. You know, as they get older, sure, egg every second day, and then they stop laying. But even then, you've got a little soil tiller. You've got a little weed keeper downer. You know, you've got good compost. Rake out, shovel out your chicken hutch every few months, and you've got good rich sort of half-cured fertilizer. Then you put in a compost bin and you know, a bit of water and let sit for a bit longer. It makes rich, super, like, a little bit goes a long way. Really great fertilizer, and yeah, you just get like a extra layer of life to your own life and to your property as well. I don't know, I just don't see the difficulty particularly. They really sort of, there's an egg shortage on at the moment, and you're reading articles about don't start doing eggs at home, and I can't help but be really cynical about that advice. Yes, I guess don't do it in, you know, a tiny suburban block maybe, and don't have too many, don't have more than you're able to. But if you're like me and you live on at least 1.5 acres or 2 acres or 3 acres, then putting a little nest of chickens in your block, I just don't see what the issue is at all. I probably spend maybe $60 on feed for 10 chickens a month, but it's easily, they're laying that value in eggs, and it's just something to do. It's another reason to get out into your, hello. It's my wedding ring. Sorry, love, I'm taken. It's another reason to get out into your yard and just get out under the sun and be doing some like busy work in your property. It's just, everyone wins here, you know. Like, these guys, they get life, they get, you know, a meaningful existence for at least half of their existence now, and yeah, you get the benefits of, you know, a pretty easy to keep sort of farm style animal, even without living on a farm. I'm not on a farm here. I'm just on like a rural property. I've got a little bit of extra space. It's just, the equation here is just, it's in everyone's favor. So, don't know. It's my little rant on chickens, but yeah, I just definitely consider it. Even if you can't do the sort of 9 to 12 that I try and keep, even if you only do 3 or 4, you will be, I don't know, it's all benefit, you know, all benefit. Green waste, eggs, fertilizer, soil tilling, it's great.